Good morning. It is April 9th. Fuck, it's not. Yes, it is. It's April 9th. It's Easter Sunday. It's only like 5:30 in the morning. I don't even know where to start this video, but I figured I start it literally as soon as my own day started because, start to finish. And honestly, I've been trying to vlog my life. I want to vlog my life. My life is a movie, seriously. It's so unique and authentic. Not only are we all unique and different as individuals, but it'd be fun to share how my life goes, because everybody's sharing their story. Everybody's sharing their lives and what they're doing and the places they're going. And sometimes I feel stuck in place. And I want to document those experiences and be able to share them with the world, because as many goals and dreams as I have, I can't get to them at the pace that I want. And reaching them in the timely manner that I have set for myself, it can be hard, with just all the circumstances we might face in our lives that just are thrown at us. We don't even ask for them. They're just circumstances of our pasts. Whatever it may be, I feel like all of us have a purpose. And not only that, but we are all so unique as individuals. I think it's beautiful that the people who are sharing their stories and their lives, they're doing it so authentically. They're doing it so them, from a very young age. And it's gonna sound so funny. Since I was a young girl, I didn't feel like I belonged here. And it wasn't necessarily in a sense where oh, I don't belong here on this earth. It was more so there's more to what I have to offer. 7 years old, sitting in my bed, everyone's coming up with all these different careers that they want to come up with growing up. In school, you have your teacher asking you, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? And so you see everybody answering with, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be a police officer, I want to be an actor, I want to be a dancer. Mine, it's like I wanted to be all of them. And not only that, but I wanted to be more. I never really knew where that rooted from up until about a few years ago, because after everything I've endured and experienced as I was brought up as a child, it really just came together because I was maturing and I was getting older. I was like, wow, everything is really making sense now. All the pieces were finally coming together. It was like the jigsaw was finally completed, and it was great, and there's still so much soul searching and so much healing and work left to do within myself to be able to express the purpose that I am truly destined for, which is helping all of you, whoever may see this video, whether it's 10 people, 100, 100,000, it's gonna mean something to one person, if not many. There's a lot of judgment and there's a lot of hate. People can be afraid to be their true selves. Everything is so social based, If you're not this specific way, people aren't gonna like you. If you don't like this specific genre of music, your friends aren't gonna want to listen. Not gonna want to hang around with you. They're not gonna want to surround themselves with you because you don't like what they like. That's just become something so silly in today's world, because we are all authentic to our true selves. And if we cannot express that, how are we ourselves? If we're being followers, if we're not being leaders, if we're following in other people's footsteps due to peer pressure, social media, whatever it may be, just staying true to yourself. That's if I can give anybody any advice, it would be to stay true to yourself and know what you stand for, and never be afraid of the backlash of anybody, because at the end of the day, not everybody's going to support what you do, and not everybody's going to just give you a pat on the back and just be like, I'm so proud of you. Because growing up, for me, I have a lot of accomplishments that I myself seemed very proud of myself for. I was like, yes, I freaking did this, right? And so as I kept accomplishing more and more, I would share with my loved ones, look at what I did. I didn't receive the support that I not only wanted, but I deserved. I didn't get a round of applause. If I passed a huge exam, I wasn't acknowledged for my achievements. And that's something that I lacked growing up a lot. And I feel it can be so complicated, yet it's so simple at the same time. It's like you yourself, like it all starts with you. You hear that term and it's like your mind can go to so many different places, right? Like it all starts with you. I think what that can necessarily mean, and I'm just gonna say generally because this might sound like broad or cheesy, but it all starts with you. You get up every day. You're the one that feeds yourself. You take care of yourself. You get yourself to work. You get yourself to school. You get yourself dressed. You do it all yourself. And there's going to be a day in our lives where we're not going to have anybody except ourselves. I think that's a really hard pill to swallow for everybody to a certain extent, because we grow up having certain people, but at the same time feeling so alone. Not only that, but because of the dependency we've had on our guardians or parents in this time of age, it can be hard to go off on our own. Not even just that, the feeling of people suddenly being around you, boom, adulthood hits. Feeling like there's nobody around, but physically we're just surrounded by so many people. My achievements, I wanted to tell people, but I knew in the end it didn't mean anything, because when I did share those achievements, the responses I got, they were so negative, they were nasty, they weren't meaningful, they weren't real. And so because of my upbringing, because of the lack of support, that's the reason I wanted to start this series. For all of you out there who don't feel like you have support, or even just don't, period, I'm here. I've experienced it all on my own. Everything I've gotten, I've worked for on my own, and I've received on my own. I've worked so hard to be where I'm at today, and you'll get there. And honestly, there's so much that comes with me and my story, and there's so much I want to share with you in the world. And anybody I can help, that's my goal. So, yeah, start my day off Easter Sunday with a nice introduction, because going forward, I want to document my life achievements, my obstacles, my ups, my downs, unfiltered. There's a lot of filtered truths about our own personal lives that I feel like if I were to be the one to share it, it would put a lot of people at ease, and it would let others know that they're not alone, and we're people, and we all struggle. We all might not come from the same place or raised by the same people or come from the same upbringing, but we all have feelings, we all struggle, we all go through things in life that we cannot control, and it's only up to us to have that control of our own lives. You know, me being 19 going on 20, I feel like this would, if not now, be the best time to start documenting all of this, because I haven't made it big yet. And when I do, whether it's with modeling or acting or my voice, or even just helping others around the world, being known for that authenticity and my kindness and my love and my passion and my drive, that's all that matters to me. I just want to be known for something good, something that somebody can look up to me and say, wow, I really learned something from her, or she was really a good person in my life at the time. You know, it can be hard stepping up to a pedestal where you're opening up about every single little thing about your life, given your past, given everything you've been through. It can be scary to do that because the backlash, right? Life is about growing and learning. We make mistakes, yes, but the goal is to not make the same one. The goal is to, yes, it's okay to keep making mistakes, but to generally learn from each and every one of them. We can make so many mistakes in this lifetime, right? We can make so many of them. But if we're aware enough to be able to recognize that these mistakes, they're not the same ones. I might be making a lot of mistakes, but they're all different. They're sporadic. If you can be aware enough to point that out and differentiate the difference between the two, if anybody can do that, I feel like it's just a growth spurt moment from then going forward, because once you realize, it's crazy. You know, I've realized all these things growing up as I've gotten older, things that I never could seem to ever thought I would ever understand when I was younger, that now I understand. Now it's just a matter of having that emotional intelligence and having that self-awareness. Self-awareness is a big one. Honestly, my purpose, I want to help people. I really hope that all made sense, but I just want to inspire. The goal is to inspire and motivate be a leader, be that next leader, because we need more authenticity and more honesty and realism, unconditional authenticity. It's always going to be something that remains with me. I might not be able to change the world, but as long as I'm on this earth, there's always going to be something evolving. Everything around me is evolving. As long as I'm on this earth, everything around me is evolving. I've gotten to the point where I don't like to take anything for advantage. I don't like to take anything for granted, because I've had experiences in my life where I could have not had the privilege to experience my next birthday or my next Christmas, my nephew being born. I'm here now, and I'm here now to share my experiences and share how things can get better despite everything. Depression, social media, SA, abuse, emotional, physical, mental health awareness. It all matters. It all means something. I want to be that one to shine light on those topics, because I'm not afraid of the backlash. I'm not afraid of what people have to say. If I was afraid of what people had to say, I'm sure I would have turned cold. I would have ended up someone completely different. No, I'm Crystal. I am who I am for a reason. I've always stayed kind and true to myself for a reason, and for those who know me, you know that. Something I always stuck with was my heart. My heart is the prettiest thing about me. Something that I'll always resign. It'll always be something that I resign to. And with that being said, can't wait to share with all of you my journey, this unfiltered, true, without a doubt, honest and authentic journey of healing and growing, making a new path, making new paths, enjoying life, living presently. I hope to inspire one, if not many.